Hi, this is Deshay Witcher of Access Advertising, and today I'm going to show you how to add Google Webmaster Tools to your website. Google Webmaster Tools is an extension, I would call it an extension of Google Analytics. It gives you more data about your website. It gives you any issues that you may have with your website, such as broken links. It shows you your backlinks, and it also gives you some keyword data as well that Google may not show you inside your Google Analytics. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to google.com/webmaster/tools. Now, you don't need the rest of that, but as long as you have this portion of it, then that's going to be fine. It's going to take you to either a page that looks like this, if you've already set up a website before using the Search Console. If not, it's probably going to ask you to create a new account, which I can show you quickly. Just google.com/webmasters/tools. So it's going to ask you to basically sign in. So either you can create an account or basically you can log in with any Gmail address. So let's just go ahead and click out of that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a new property, and Google has a very easy way of now adding Webmaster Tools to your website. So as you can see, I have a ton of different websites as far as for different clients. So we're going to start brand new with a client that doesn't have it set up yet. So we're going to add a new property. So we're going to click add a property, and we're going to go to do the website, and I just need to grab the URL, which is right here. You're just going to copy it in with Control V, or just right click and paste. And it is a website. You can also do this for Android apps, just to keep that in mind. But this is for a website. We're just going to leave it as a website. I'm going to click Add. And now it tells you to on how to install it. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can install it. Google recently, in the past several months, with it being December 2016, is if you have set up Google Analytics on your website, you can now verify your website through Google Analytics. So with this, under this account, in my other video, I set up Google Analytics on the same website. We're going to use that to set up Webmaster Tools for that website. Now again, there's alternate methods that you can do. You can basically upload HTML files or your website. So if you have a web developer, they can easily upload that HTML file. So what it'll do is ask you to download it, and then you just give it to your web developer, and they can upload it. And we can also help with that just by visiting visitaccess.com and contacting us. You can add an HTML tag to your website. You can sign into your domain name provider, or if you use Google Tag, which is a great way to keep all your scripts organized. If you have multiple scripts for tracking different things, you can use Google Tag Manager to have all those scripts in one place. But again, what we're going to do, we're going to use the recommended method, since we have already used Google Analytics for our website. So what we're going to do, since we already have Google Analytics done, we're just going to hit verify, and we're on the same email account as the Google Analytics ID, and that's very important. Just make sure that you're signed in to the exact same email address that you installed your Google Analytics from. And just click verify. And there you go. It says, congratulations, you have successfully verified your ownership. Click continue, and it should take you to the dashboard, which is currently doesn't have a ton of information. Normally it takes about 2 to 3 days to really start getting some key information. But just briefly to give you an outline of your Search Console, The dashboard, again, you're going to see any crawl errors and search analytics and sitemaps, which you definitely want to do. We'll discuss that in a second. Messages, anytime you have a message from Google, it's going to show up here. So that's good to basically, again, just to keep check in, make sure that you have no Google penalties. If, Google has made a change to your account, you can see it. If you have any missing pages or 404 errors all of a sudden come up, it's going to give you a message as well. So it's a great tool to have. Search appearance, structured data, rich cards, data highlighter, HTML improvements, and accelerated mobile pages. That they all just help with your presence online. So I would suggest kind of just clicking through each one. And just reading about, what it can do for your website. There's a ton of other content out there that can help you, choose the right one that's for you. So, I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but it definitely, there's videos and, things that you can do to improve your HTML. They'll actually give you things that you can do for improvement. So that's a great. And accelerated mobile pages. That's something new that Google is pushing here recently, that, for mobile users, it allows your pages to be viewed faster on mobile. There's a lot of other good things. Again, just click the Learn More button to learn more about it for that. And we'll just go ahead and move to search traffic. So search traffic is anything having to do with how people find your website. So search analytics, and again, there's probably not going to be any data, because it hasn't processed the data yet. But for this, it'll show you keywords that people are using to find your website. So if somebody typed in, like for example, this website, somebody typed in Hunting Hills Homeowner Association, it would show up in this search analytics. Depending on what the keyword is, it may or may not show up in your Google Analytics, but it almost always shows up here. So this gives you some key insights on what people are using to search for your website and find your website. So this is just, again, a great tool to have. Links to your website, any external links that are pointing to your website, most of them will show up here. Internal links, that's just going to show links that are within your website. So maybe one of your pages is linking to another page that shows up here. Manual actions is for if you have any penalties, Google penalties based on SEO or anything like that. Hopefully you don't, but they'll show up there. International targeting, that'll just give you, if you can sell your product to anywhere in the world, that helps you narrow down where you show your website at. And then mobile usability, it's going to give you some tips and things like that. Or issues of why your website may not be ranking well mobily. Google Index, again, it's just more about making sure your website is indexed into Google. So if there's any issues with it, it'll show up here. Blocked resources, anything having to do with your robot's text file. So if you are blocking a particular page, and this is a little bit more advanced, but if you're blocking a particular page, it'll show up here. Remove URLs. If you want Google to remove a URL from their index, you can actually submit that URL to be removed. Crawl, again, this is more based on how Google views your website when they're crawling your website, so that way they index it correctly. So you have crawl errors, any 404 pages, any pages that are missing, it's going to show up there. Crawl stats is probably going to show you, how often Google crawls your website. Fetch as Google, it's just a way to test your website as Google would see it. So you would basically fetch it in Google's eyes. Robots.tester, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless you are doing possibly some redirects or you're hiding pages from Google, such as maybe product pages, PDFs, things like that you don't want everybody to see, only particular visitors or particular account holders. That's what the robot text. Again, you can Google to learn more about that. Sitemaps, I definitely suggest submitting a sitemap. And what this does is just gives Google an easy way to know what pages are on your website. And there's a lot of sitemap generators out there. All you have to do is Google sitemap generator and just use one of the websites to generate a sitemap for you. It'll give you a downloadable file that you can put on your website, and then you just submit that sitemap to Google. Again, it's just a quicker way to have Google index your website, as well as find all the pages that are on your website. So definitely a key tool there. URL parameters, that's more advanced. You're probably not going to worry about that, but if you do a lot of affiliate marketing, you're probably going to use the URL parameters to track your marketing campaigns more efficiently. Security issues, again, if you have any security issues, Google will alert you. And then other resources, it's just other things that don't really fit under the other buckets, I would call them. I would definitely make sure that if you are a business, do the Google My Business. That way you can set up your business for Google Search, for Google Maps, Google Plus, and it's free, so that's great. If you do a lot of e-commerce on your website, the Google Merchant Center is where you can upload those products. Page speed insights, that's how fast your website loads. So Google gives you a grade based on how fast your website loads to Google. And it gives you some things that you can actually fix to make your website faster. Custom search, if you're basically doing any kind of custom search on your website, great tool to have. Google Domains, that's something new that they've been doing where you can actually buy domain names through Google. And then Webmaster Academy, just content that allow you to get the most out of your website, Webmaster tools, as well as some other Google programs that they have. But other than that, that is it. I would suggest at least checking your Search Console maybe once a week. The least would be once a month. Once you start seeing data in here, you're really going to get a feel for how much data they're giving you, because not all the data that Google has is being shown in Google Analytics. So use this as an extension of Google Analytics to just try to find out as much information about your website as possible. If you have any questions, just click the link in the description below and just contact us. If you need help setting up your Search Console, we're more than happy to do that as well. Just visit our website at visitaccess.com. And if you have any other topics, questions, comments, or concerns, just comment on this video or send us an email on our website. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day. And again, if you have any questions, just click in the link in the description. Thank you and have a great day.